Hey guys, Matt here with Crypto Blick. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different and give you the top 5 ways to be most profitable with the money that you invest. So if that sounds good to you, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. For step number 1, I know it may seem obvious to some of you, but I see it time and time again. More and more people need to be thinking about this and doing this. It is pay off your credit card debt. I know it seems easy. I know it seems like a no-brainer, but you'll be amazed at how often people will spend in fees on their credit card because they will not pay it off. So let me give you an example here. So let's say, for example, you have debt on your credit card. And let's just say, for example, that you're paying $250 on that card, okay, for a fee. Well, it's not just $250 that you're paying for that card or to pay off that fee, but you're actually spending, if you do the math, you're spending roughly $295, $94 before tax of your hard-earned money to pay off that fee. So think what you can do with that $294, $95 per month if you invested that elsewhere. So that would be my tip number 1, is to pay off that credit card debt, pay it off as quickly as you can, get it out of the way, because you'd be amazed what you can do if you put that fee into the stock market, into cryptocurrency, especially right now as it's just taken off, or put it into other investments like small businesses and things like that. But that's my first step. Number 1, pay off your credit card debt. You'd be surprised at the type of fees that you incur if you just allow that balance to move forward and you do not pay it off. So keep that in mind. Pay off that credit card, get that out of the way, act like you're poor, and then move on to step number 2. So one thing I forgot to mention is that I'm doing these in order, these phases, these steps, in order of how you should go about starting your investments. So obviously with the first one, pay off your credit card, get that out of the way, get rid of that debt, annihilate it, move on to step number 2 after you've done that, okay? So once you have that out of the way, step number 2, get into cryptocurrency. All right, so some of you may think it's not the best thing to get into. It's trendy, it's a fad that's gonna go out of date. No, I would say just dabble in it. If you're that skeptical, just dabble, all right? It's been around for 10 years now. It's continued to show that it has value. Elon Musk has put, not Elon Musk, but Tesla has put $1.5 billion on their balance sheet in terms of Bitcoin. All right, their Visa, PayPal, MasterCard, they're all starting to use the blockchain in Bitcoin. So that's step number 2. I want you to start investing in cryptocurrency, okay? Start even just a small amount. I've got a friend, I said, just put in 50 bucks, put in 100 bucks. It doesn't have to be a ton. Just do enough to get in, taste it, see what it's like, and move on from there. Because you'll learn from it, you'll see what it's like to trade, you'll see what it's like to invest. Yes, some people may put in 10,000, 1,000, I don't care. But as I told a friend who was in his 60s, he said, hey, I want to get into cryptocurrency. I'm hearing about Bitcoin. How much should I invest? And I said, just start small. You know, I said, I can help you with any amount that you want, but just start with 50 bucks. Dollar cost average in. Don't just throw everything in the market at one time, but you gotta start. It's becoming digital gold 2.0, as they say. I know it's a fad term, but that's step number 2. Start with cryptocurrency. And step number 3 may be pretty obvious to most people, but it's not something that you can get into right away, and it takes some time, it takes some investment, and it takes some studying and research in terms of how to get into it. But step number 3 would be real estate. Now that's something I'm trying to work on right now, and many people think, oh, I can't get into real estate because you need 20% down to get started, and you have all these fees, and you got to find a realtor, and you got a mortgage and everything. But sit down, do the math, because you'd be amazed at what you're paying for your apartment, what you're paying at your rental compared to what you'd be paying if you had a mortgage. So that'd be my recommendation, is get into real estate, because you would be amazed that you don't have to put just 20% down. There are programs out there called an FHA loan that you only have to do 3.5% to get started. Yes, you're going to have to pay some closing costs and closing fees. You may have to pay a percentage to the realtor depending on the negotiations. But guys, get into real estate. Get cash flowing properties. Be smart when you invest. Don't just grab a property just because some random dude on YouTube said to get into real estate. No. Get into real estate in a smart way. Do your research. Follow accounts like Bigger Pockets. Follow Meet Kevin. Meet Kevin has a great course. Bigger Pockets have a fantastic podcast. Watch Graham Stephan. There's other people out there who have done a fantastic job of showing you what to do to get into real estate. All right? It's the best way to cash flow, to build wealth. Meet Kevin will tell you that all the time. You got to build wealth while you're young. Stop paying a landlord. Sounds counterintuitive if you get into real estate to become a landlord, but most people don't want to do that. Most people don't want to have the hassle. So that's why I recommend get a couple properties, start house hacking, get a duplex, live in one side, rent out the other, let the other person, based on the numbers that you're doing, they'll pay the mortgage and maybe more, and then you're living rent free, or maybe you just have a little bit of rent that you're paying, but you're building your wealth. It's worth it. And then go buy another property and another one. And here's one thing to know, if you don't know this about an FHA loan, you just have to be in there for a year, and then after the year, you can move into another property. Do the same thing, house hack a duplex or a triplex or a fourplex, and just continue on from there. I learned that from Meet Kevin. It's a fantastic way to start building your wealth. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm moving forward with, and I'm already on the hunt for my first property. So this is the phase I'm working on right now within my financial steps of what I'm telling you guys to do. We move on to step number 4. And that is start a side hustle. Start a small business. Start something now to generate another stream of cash flow, another stream of income, as they call it. Because you'd be amazed at what happens when you get away from requiring yourself to live off of one stream of income, that you're not fully reliant just on that, that you start seeing the compound interest happen to where you're putting that money into another business. You're putting that money into investing, whether it's in cryptocurrency or the stock market, or maybe you put it aside to buy another property, a rental property. You want to get to the point where you have 1, 2, 3 multiple streams of income, whether it's doing Amazon FBA, or whether you buy property, or whether you're doing affiliate marketing online. I don't care what it is. Even if you have to sell freaking lemonade, just do it. Get out there, start working on something that will generate another cash flow stream for you to where you can start building your wealth over time. All right, and then with step number 5, I figured, why not? Just, soak it up a little bit. Enjoy the location. Don't you guys love this place? Anyways, step number 5, back to what we're talking about. So, what you can do is invest your money in the stock market. I know many of you think that, hey, that's a no-brainer. Obviously, we're going to do that. You're going to use Webull, you're going to use Robinhood or something like that. I would say stay away from Robinhood if you know any of the drama that's going on right now. But then also there may be some of you that are just like, why would I be in the stock market? It's gambling. It's nothing more than gambling. All right, well, that's your opinion. I used to have that opinion as well. But you can still make money off of your investments long term. Most people, will show you through data that you can make an average of 8% by putting in something like an S&P 500, or even something as low as 5%. That's better on your money than if you left it in a savings account. Because look at it this way. If you put it in a savings account, you may be making 0.01, 0.02% on your money. Well, inflation right now is around like 2.8 to 3%. Your money's going down. It's devaluing in fiat. Why would you leave it in a bank? That's stupid. So at least, if anything, at least put it into the stock market. Invest, research the best companies that you think you should put your money into. Don't go into 50 different stocks. Focus on 5, focus on 10. Start small and watch your money compound and grow from that investment over time. So if you're not going to do, you know, side hustles, if you're not going to do real estate, if you're not going to do cryptocurrency, at least get a Webull account. I'll probably put a link below if you want some free stocks. But if you don't do that, at least, you know, Ameritrade. Find some app out there that you can invest in the stock market. Think of it long term. Don't sell out if things get crazy. Things have a dip, just like it did back in March of 2020. Things tanked, and everyone knows why, but I'm not going to put it on this video. But at least have multiple streams of investments, also multiple streams of income, because you never know when one stream may slow down or one aspect may not be working in your financial strategy, but you at least want to have at-bats. That's what I call it. So that would be my fifth topic here, is to invest in the stock market. Just start. Who cares how much you put in? It may be, you know, I have a young guy that was helping out and he just wanted to start with $100. Great. Start out that way. Get a taste for what it's like to invest. That's what I wish people told me when I was young. I wish that I would have started earlier on the stock market, on crypto. I wish I started, you know, first and foremost, I wish I started on real estate. I would have saved so much money in the long term. I could have invested that other money that I spent on rent, and I could have invested it in other areas, or I could have bought more property over time. Yes, I know I'm speaking generally here, like you can't save up, you know, several thousands of dollars right away, but just think about it. Say you're renting a house for $1,500, or for some of you who live like in California, New York, you may be spending $1,500 just on a studio apartment. What if you start getting into real estate? What if you house hacked, did a duplex or a triplex? Where would that take you? Where would your net worth be today, 10 years later down the road? That's something I'm learning now in my 30s that I wish I knew in my early 20s. So start early, start investing, no matter what it is. Just start living like, you know, Dave Ramsey says this all the time. He says, live like no one else so that you can live like no one else. And that's very true. Start living like you're poor and invest as much money as you can so that down the road you can reap those rewards and not have to worry about, can I pay my bills next month? For the last video here, I need to kind of sneak away and get inside of a dune here. You guys you'd laugh to see how insecure I can get sometimes with these videos. I'm an extroverted person, but I hate doing videos around people like this. So anyways, this last step here is a wild card. It's not on the lowest of the totem pole in terms of steps, in terms of investing. I put it up there right at the top, to invest in yourself. And so step number 6, this wild card here, is licenses and certifications. You think you're stuck. You think that you can't make any more in terms of your job. You can't do anything else in terms of your life. You want to change. Well, maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time to invest in a certification or a license. Maybe it's time to become a real estate agent, or start selling insurance, or do something else with your life. Maybe what you've been doing for such a long time is not working. So that's my wild card. You'd be amazed at the doors that open up to you if you start working on investing in yourself as well. Don't just think about, what can I do right now with what I'm doing? Maybe if it's not working, maybe it's time to rethink who you are as an individual in terms of your next phase in life. It's okay to change jobs. It's okay to change careers. Be smart about it, but consider maybe for this next phase of my life, it's time to move on. It's time to invest time in myself to get a new license. So if all those steps sound good to you guys, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, because it helps get the word out to other people. So let me know what you think. If there's anything else you can add to this video, put it down in the comments. I love hearing what you guys have to say. I'll respond the best I can. And until next time, stay safe.